Hello, this is Palico Pad and welcome to a new Let's Play series on my channel based upon the game Forsaken Isle. Now, what is Forsaken Isle, you may be asking? Well, it is a procedurally generated crafting, survivaling type game. One for a better word. Basically, you are a pirate that has been marooned on an island and you have to survive. And the thing I like about this game over some of the other ones out there is that although you have to make up your own tools in order to survive and progress, it's not just a case of throwing a bit of wood together and suddenly you find you've got an axe on you, or suddenly you've got a spade. You actually have to put the intricate parts of those tools together. So you need sticks, for instance, in an axe you'll need sticks. You'll need to make some cord, which you make from fibres. So you have to make the cord before you can, from the fibres before you can make the axe, and you have to find the flint. Now, although a lot of these items at the start of the game are in abundance, it is something you have to think about. It's an extra step. It's not just like, as I said, throwing a bit of wood together and suddenly you find yourself you've got an axe, or throwing a bit of stone together and suddenly you've got a stone axe. You know, you have to actually break down each individual segment, which is good. It just means you have to have your wits about you a bit more, and you just have to at least try and think one step ahead on what you may need in the future, because you have to go and find those things. Now, there are enemies in this. I haven't come across any enemies at the moment though, which, without a bit of sort of observing your surroundings and staying on the ball, are any sort of major threat. I have been caught out a few times, usually when I'm in a crafting menu of some sort, where they'll just come and hit you and your health goes down. The real challenge to this game is to keep your hunger levels up and to hopefully eventually get down into underground segments. And from what I gather, from what I've read in a few videos I've watched, there's big dungeons down there, and that's where all the good stuff is. But again, we're jumping ahead of ourselves. Let's just crack on with the game. I have been jibber-jabbering for about 2 minutes. So, as you can hear, there is no music. I will add a bit of piratey music for when we go inside the game, but as it stands right now, we'll just have it as is. And this is all the help you get in the game. That's it. So you got your W, A, S and D for movement, Q to drop items, V to check out your inventory and to craft, 1 to 8 is your hotbar, much like most of these crafting style games, and you hold instead of click. But other than that, that's all you get. There's no next menu, there's no nothing. Now, I have played this game for about 2 hours, so I do know the basics, and I figured we can learn together. Yay! Why not? Why not? So let's crack on. Oh, we'll just check our settings. As you can see, there's not a lot to this either. It is a work in progress after all. And it says there's music. I can't remember if there's music. I'll listen out. I'll listen out. So let's play. As you can see, I've been playing a map already. We'll delete that to start afresh. That was about 1.5 hours on that game. Just set up my first little cottage. And as you can see, you can create your character. It's not a big customization section, but as you can see, there's a few different skins we can have and different hairs. And, well, Got to have an eye patch, don't you? There's an eye patch. So let's just randomise up until we find something we like. Oh, nice afro. That's good, that's good. I'm just going to change it to a more appropriate colour for me. Don't want it being too pale. Yeah, that'll do. So, pirate bandana, eye patch, all good. Now there are a few different ways you can play this game. You can have it on normal, where you'll drop anything when you die, hardcore, where everything just gets deleted, and we have easy, which you keep. We'll just play for normal. I don't think I'll be going too far away from the spawn area for that to be an issue, at least for the first few episodes. And then we have 2 different game modes as well. We have the adventure, where you can just discover everything straight away, or we can play it on normal. I believe that's the 2, yeah. So again, we'll just play on normal on that. So let's crack straight on, let's get into this world. And much like any first night in these type of games, it's essential that you pick up as much of the useful stuff straight off the bat as you can. So, here we are. As you can see, you look around with your mouse, and these are bits of flint here, which are very useful. So we'll pick these up. Now, you can't just mine trees straight away. You can't just punch trees. Don't put the seaweed for food. You do actually have to build an axe. So we'll go into the centre of, or nearer the centre of the island in a second and look for some twigs. Essentially though, we do need a lot of food. Food runs out pretty quick in this build. Oh, flax seeds. Now this here is what you find your fibres. That's what you make the cord with. And the thing you really need to focus on, you don't need to find a hole as such like you do on Minecraft for your first night. Although bad things do come out and try and get you when it comes to night times in general. It's, as I said, it's stuff you can really avoid if you've got your wits about you. Essentially, you need to make some axes to start off with in order to be able to cut down some trees and get some tree resin. And with tree resin and a few sticks, you can make torches. Now, I have been fortunate over the last few games I've started, I've actually found a chest and it's had some torches in, but you can't guarantee you're going to find those each time. You see, you've got some snakes there. So I think we should just go about trying to make some cord first. There we go, we've got cord and bandages. In fact, let's make some bandages. We'll make 2 bandages and put them there, and then we'll make the rest in cord. And if we get some flint and some sticks, hopefully we can make lots of stuff. But essentially we need an axe. Where's the axe? There we go. And we'll make a campfire too, but we won't use that for the time being. Do we need anything else? We could probably make a spear. 2 melee damage. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Yes, spear. And that's great. I think we don't need anything else off that menu. Now the other nice thing is if you leave stuff in your crafting section and you haven't used it, you automatically pick it back up. There's no chasing it around. Oops. So let's cut down these trees and hopefully get some resin. Now you also get wood, which obviously is an essential thing in this game, and you also get coconuts, which I believe you can replant if need be. There we go, we've got some resin. So if we put that with a stick, I believe, yes, we get torches. And we should put those down. Now, I've read on the wiki that if you get some torches going, it actually keeps the baddies away from you. In my experience, that's not so true. All it does is mean that you can actually see around you and see what's coming for you before it actually gets to you. And there are 2 types of enemies I've come across so far in this game. One of them is a pirate skeleton type guy who has some, I'll cut some more trees down, which have a sword on them and get up close and personal. So obviously having a spear like I do here, or a sword if need be, is essential for those. But the other type is some sort of hooded figure who tends to throw magic bolts at you. Now, as you can see up in the top here, you do have mana, so I presume it will get to the point where I can actually start throwing bolts back at them, but I haven't got up to that point as of yet. But again, it's something we'll get to explore together. Now, in my last few playthroughs, I have noticed that seaweed, without having to cook it, does give you the best health pickup as far as your hunger is concerned. So it's always best to go for seaweed straight away, and it would appear much like in Jurassic Park 2, The Lost World, I think. The more inside you get into the actual island, the more dangerous it gets. I don't think there's any velociraptors in there, but just something to keep in mind. And oh, we found a crate. What's in the crate? We access the crate by right-clicking on it, and we have some more torches, which are awesome. We have a wooden boomerang. I've never had that before. Free range damage. I presume I can't use that in the ammo section. And then we have some arrows which we can use in the ammo section. And some throwing knives. We haven't done too bad on ranged there at all. Oh, it's getting dark. And we can also take down this box and take that with us as well for when we decide to settle down. So as you can see, it's getting dusky now. I haven't quite measured how long it takes for a complete day cycle, but it's fair to say it never feels long enough when you first start this game. So we'll carry on for a little bit longer until it gets to twilight rather than dusk, and then we shall look at putting our torches down. Now, it said that I've got new crafting recipe entries with the wood. I believe, again, this is going from experience from before, I can actually make some armour. So, well, here's pretty clear. This will be as good as any, I suppose. Now, as you can see, when you locate the torch in your taskbar, you do actually light up the surrounding area, but you can also put them down by right clicking. Its little hammer come up and it just lights up the surrounding area. And as I said, this isn't really so much for the fact that this isn't for so much for the fact that it's going to stop enemies coming at you. It's more just a case of it means that you can actually see them coming. You'll see in a second when we get up to proper night time, it'll go completely black. And although you can make things out, you can't actually see completely what's going on. And when you put the campfire down, this just gives you a separate crafting menu to what you usually get just in your inventory. And it means you can cook stuff, more importantly. So let's cook up some food. We'll have a cooked mushroom. And the berries can be cooked up too. Very nice. Oh, and here comes one of the guys now. Let's try his boomerang. Oh, have it. Oh, missed. Oh, got him. Trick shot. I've used the spear before. Let's use the spear. As you can see, it doesn't take a lot to avoid them, ultimately. But you do have to have your wits about you. When you're in those menus, because the menu takes up such a large space, it is very easy to sort of get sucked in and not see what's going on around you. Die! Oh, another one. Now I could use the throwing knives, but they are... Oh! There we go, that's one of the hooded ones I was telling you about. It's... with the throwing knives, they don't always... I seem to have a lot around me here. They don't always... well, they're not the sort of thing you can use, and they're consumable. That was the word I was looking for. They are consumable. So once you've used it and they disappear, they are gone for good. And because I don't know on the actual power of the stuff around here, it's best if we don't use them until we think they might come in useful. So we're almost up to dusk. Keep away. As I said, they're not really of any sort of major consequence, these baddies. They're just there just to keep you busy, I guess. It is all about the crafting. I'm not too worried about that at the moment. That'll give you sugar cane. Oh. Get the orange. Right, so let's eat some of this food. So as it stands, when you roast something, the berries become 8 hunger, and so do the mushrooms. The seaweed by itself is, I think, 5. Where's my seaweed? Yeah, 5 hunger. So I tend to keep that for emergencies just in case, but you do need it, I believe, in your taskbar in order to be able to use it. So that being said, and you right click on it to use it, let's get our hunger back up. Good enough. Now again, I haven't seen it so yet happen, but the torches don't seem to run out, whereas your campfire does. So if you are at the start of the game just looking at going around and just exploring and getting your food up, it's probably best if you just put torches down and only use the campfire as and when you needed it. Now these little saplings I am taking down at the moment, as you can see, do drop a lot of stuff, but they don't leave anything, whereas if you chop down the bigger trees, they do leave a stump which you can then dig up for an extra shot of wood. But again, we're not looking at stopping here too much. I haven't found a site I'm quite happy with at the moment, and I'm not in a position to turn down any free food. So we'll just have a bit more of a browse around. In fact, let's have a quick look. Do we have enough logs in order to be able to make a log suit? I think we're going to need to make a crafting bench in order to do that. Let's turn the bark into fibres, get rid of that. So let's make some more cord, and if we put the cord and the logs together, we should be able to make our first workbench. And we shall pop that down here. Again, this is something we can always pick up and drag around with us if need be. There we go. And hopefully we should be able to make a log suit with some cord. There we go. So we can make a wooden mask, or we can make some wooden armour. Obviously the wooden armour would be better overall. There we go. We'll wear my little wooden suit. And we definitely have to find some more fibre. There's some up there. Now you can cross into the water, as you can see. It does slow you down a little, but it is doable. In fact, this is a nicely laid out little map we've had here so far. There's quite a lot of beach to the section we're on. I've been in the past where it's been a tiny piece of beach which leads straight into the centre of the island, and the issue with that, as I've said, is that the closer you get into the island, the more chance there is of you actually finding something which could eventually kick your ass, which you don't want first thing. Now we also have these little blobby things up here. Now they tend to get aggressive in the evening, but they do drop the resin. So if you can't find enough bits to locate trees and stuff, that was what I was looking for. If you can't, start again. If you can't find enough bits to make yourself an axe, you can always go and attack those blobs in order to get resin to make up torches to start with. If that's the case. Oh, there's another one. Where's he come from? I'm sure I just killed him. Try again. Lovely. They're just spawning out of nowhere. Lovely. So, fibres, that's what we're going for. Let's get some cord made. Hopefully that's enough now. Now, worst case scenario with this up here, if you aren't sure what you can make, you can always just throw in a load of different items and it will give you all the possible items you can make with whatever it is you've got up there. Flint will be a good one. And then it doesn't necessarily mean that one item here isn't used for that material, but once you've found that, you can click the button here and find out exactly what you've made, and it's just like an ease of application. So for instance, we made the campfire, we can just click here, and as long as we've got the stuff in the inventory in order to make it, we can just make it. We don't have to put each individual bit in, which is convenient. But as it stands right now, we need cord and the wood, and hope that'll make us... No, I forgot, I need to put my bench down. Put the bench down. And now we can use the cord and the wood. Oh, I need more cord. God damn it. Okay, cord it is. Where's the cord? Cord. Oh, we're frozen. That's it, just saving the game. I do notice a bit of a frozen spike when that happens, but nothing to worry about. Usually takes a few seconds. I can't. Oh, there's a box over there then. Let's go into that box. can't get around. I have to go the long way. It's in the box. Boots of swiftness. Ooh. I'll take those. Don't quite know where you put those on. Would appear I can put it into there. Some bombs. Some more wood arrows. And some more throwing knives. Nice. Oh, I'll take the box. But I need some more cord. I need some more cord. I shouldn't really be doing this. This is going to get tricky in a minute. Being silly. Let's get out of here. Oh, as you can see, the blob's homing in on me. Homing. That's a word. I can't see any fibres. This isn't good. Let's try. Let's just try over here. I think we came from this direction, so we probably won't find too much. It's probably easier if we just stayed on the beach for tonight, though. This is as good a place as any. Want some of my boomerang? Oh, missed. Oh, missed. Oh. Boom. Oh. So where are you? Oh, down. Now, it would appear with these guys, they hit you once, or they try and hit you once, and then they teleport somewhere near. I haven't noticed what they drop off you, which is advantageous to you compared to what the skeleton people drop off you, which is sometimes gunpowder. I've known resin at times. What's that? Wraith dust, which is a resource. Alright, I'll look into that next time. Gonna have to eat something soon. Don't think I've got much to cook. Can have the orange. Got the seeds, which isn't too fussy. Well, there's no point making a fire just for the one mushroom. Oh. Got plenty of resin. Got some leaves which we can make bushes with. Really? Oh. Come here. Nope. Let's try out our knives. Oh, I'll right click that. So can I? Right, stab. Stab with that. Oh, oh, it's not good. Let's pop the torch up. I think I prefer the boomerang. Oh, yeah, we'll stick to the boomerang. Come at you with the spear. Boom. Let's see if we can finish this guy off. He looks like he's almost dead. Have it! Oh, what's that? Bit of fabric. Now you can't go into deeper water, but I've just noticed that you've got that bit out there which leads you down into a cave. So you must be able to make a boat of some sort. But again, I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll get there on the next episode. I think we shall just collect these and call it quits for this one. So thanks for watching, guys. As I said, we will be learning together on this one. I will check out what I can make, but I prefer playing it like this. With this sort of game where it gives you a hint on what you can get in the future, what's the point of looking it up? It just takes away the majestic excellence of it all. I can't think of a better word. I'm terrible with words today. Oh, cheeky. Ha! Don't hide. Nothing. Never mind. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will catch you on the next one. Take it easy.